What's going on, everybody? Back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a how-to video on how to drift on Forza Horizon 6. And I'll start off with the controller settings. I use simulation steering. I think it just works best for controlling the car a lot more compared to standard, but that's just personal preference. Same thing with using manual transmission. I kind of like using manual over automatic. And every now and then I'll use manual clutch, but not a whole bunch. And then for my advanced controller settings, I would recommend you put vibration on because I just think it helps out a lot compared to not having vibration. And these are all the settings I use for like the dead zone, which also kind of make it where your car responds a lot easier. Gotta make sure I go the right way. Gotta follow the arrows. This car, you pretty much don't need to. Uh, you don't need to sit in fourth gear, really, because the gearing on this for the stock tuning is not meant for it. I guess really is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, kind of like there for a second, how I couldn't get any like wheel spin. Now, like I was just saying, this is all stock tuning. I'll explain why in a minute. Why you really should adjust your tuning setup. And why like the default settings aren't really best. At least two of them. Like, I went too far. I'd say you need your front tire pressure on 26, your rear on 28. I went too far on that one too. Now, gearing wise, I guess it really depends on where you're drifting at. For this small like circuit, you don't really need to. And then I would say if you were using like the upgraded width on the tires, I would probably sit somewhere around like here to like here. So like on stock tires, I'm just gonna put it back down to 0. And then you want your toe for your front tires and your rear tires to be out. This can help you when you're on it, like when you're at an angle when you're drifting or holding an angle. And this pretty much can leave stock. I mean, I would adjust it a little bit, which I'll make a video on like a more like with everything upgraded. If I get the words out, I don't know why it's taking me a minute to speak. But I'll make a video with all of it like adjusted with like one of the cars I have upgraded instead of making this video a super long video for beginners. So this is all stock, everything stock other than this. This you want to have for both of them to be 100% because it's going to basically make it where it's a welded differential. So the wheels are going to be doing this instead of like something like this. Which you'll see here in a second. How much of a difference that make? How much of a difference both of those settings make? And also have this on the screen so you can see like throttle control and like how much turning you need to do to be on like a super wide angle. And how much brake and handbrake you need to use. And if I answered any of your questions, like tuning, or I guess the more like questions that may be a little confusing for like the tuning part of it, hopefully that helps so you can uh, get used to it and you like don't get overwhelmed with it. But It's pretty much nothing else I can think of as of right now to say anything. So if you have any more questions, drop them down in the comments and I'll try and answer them best I can. Then I'm going to end this video here in a second, but just figured I'd make the outro kind of cool. Alright, that's what I was going for. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't know if I'm gonna live stream later tonight. I might. Well, actually, it's I guess 7:33. I double check and make sure what time it was. Uh, I don't know if I'm really gonna stream because it's gonna be pretty late by the time I get done editing this. Also, I'll keep everybody updated on my Instagram if I am going to stream or not, or when I decide to stream, or when I'm making videos if anyone wants to be a part of them. So that being said, I'm gonna end it here. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Peace.